Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jonna, and it is Vlogmas. December 19th. It's like I really want to push that Christmas a little further and a little further and a little further. Closer, I should say. It's a good day. The furry dozen, the animals, if you follow me on Facebook, and probably Instagram too, yeah, they have that sporadic time in the middle of the night. They want to wake me up and do their business, and I'd rather have them do it out there than in here. So I want to welcome all of you. I'm just got done getting ready for the day. I need to go run some errands. I need to make some homemade caramel corn. If you remember me, and if you know what that is, yes, I'm making some homemade caramel corn. And yes, it's not for me. It is for the soldiers who are deployed and for Ray. So yeah, I'm going to be making that. I'm getting the supplies today and probably getting it made tonight. And I'm getting it shipped out by the weekend, so it will be late before Christmas. That is okay, but they will have it for the New Year celebration for that. So yes, and today's video, the item for the advent calendar is going to be something, and I want you guys to know this. When I had grabbed the frame of all the items, I just put down people. I did not know, and I'm being very sincere when I say this. There are reasons why I picked the individuals who I did for the items. I did not read or research what the meanings were for Christmas. Now, there's a couple of things that weren't really, you know, a symbolic Christianity kind of situation. Now, when I picked this item for these two individuals, who is Ginger and also Colin, I personally think I had put it down because of the, let me show you what it is. Whoa, if I don't drop the little guy. Let me see if you guys can see him. It's the bunny. Can you see that? I'm hoping. Yeah, I think you can. It's the bunny. It's called the bunny. And it's like, why? And I can just hear Colin saying, why am I the bunny? What? And I just read, I'm being sincere, I just read maybe 5 minutes ago what the meaning of what the bunny and with Christmas and where it meshes together. And I don't know, it worked out perfectly for both of them. And so I'm going to share with you both why I guess it was just one of those things that, Jay, write them down. This is who you want to represent for this, and this is now today. So I really have not had a lot of time. I know what I was going to say, but it confirms why I wanted to say it. I hope that all makes sense. And yes, I'm still drinking my coffee, my favorite coffee cup. So I am going to start with the most spirited, big-hearted, beautiful, redhead, go-getter kind of lady, and her name is Ginger. Where I met her when we were both a special needs paraprofessionals. We were helping out with the grade school and helping with students from K up to 5th grade. And she had a remarkable children, I think kindergarten, first, second. I don't know if she was in 2nd grade or 1st. I'm not really sure what grade she had, but she had some very, very special 2 boys that meant the world. And being a paraprofessional and working with special needs students, it takes a lot, and you have to have the right heart within you. And these children still are in my thoughts, you know. Miss Olivia, Griffin, there's a little boy that he will never, I love him. He was a military little kid, and he's he's like etched into my heart, and I'll never ever forget him. There are some little kids where you use like, will you just, you know, you guys know what I'm talking about, so I'm not exaggerating. So, and you guys understand Christmas vacations coming up, and you guys are excited, so you have that break. Now, with Ginger, when we were working together, the thing that she is just the most sweetest, giving lady. Well, I didn't know her on a personal level, meaning I really didn't know what was going outside the door. There's always a time when if you're going through a time in your life and you are at work, those are two different personalities, because you leave that home life at the door. You try to, at least, unless sometimes it gets really, really bad where you get affected by it and it's just difficult. I understand. Believe me, I experienced it. We all experienced it, I should say. So I didn't know, and she didn't know, that we were both more or less on the same path during the time when we had worked together, as in personal situations going on outside that door. Badness, would you like to join me? Okay, my goodness. How are you? Yes, how are you? You want to sit with Mommy, or do you want to go in the back? Do you want to sit on Mom's lap? What do you want? It's nice outside. Yeah, it's supposed to be about 70 degrees on Christmas. It's going to be beautiful. I know. I know. Until after I had left, and I had gone with the American Red Cross, and I had I really didn't realize she was going through her personal hell. I hate to state it, but it is a form of a hell, or a journey, I should say. She slowly opened up to me. She slowly showed some of her battles that within her that she was experiencing or had experienced, and what she has gone through and what I had gone through, it brought us closer together. There are times, and I'm being very, very sincere, is that I could call her or I can text her and saying, please just, will you listen to me, and I want your truth, honest opinion, and we will give it to each other. Believe me. And the thing is I trust her opinion. Now, I've not given you the meaning of the bunny yet. I need to write a note. The meaning, because you're gonna say, why am I still the bunny? Why am I still the bunny? The meaning of the bunny. Before I get too busy. So I'm very, very, and I apologize. I apologize for being scattered. I'm very sorry. It's just a lot going on, and I'm wanting my to do, and this is very, very important, and I want to make sure it all comes together. So she has just, in the past 5, 6 years, 7 years, she has been very blessed with a safe situation, with someone that she's able to have a companion, a gentleman, and that's the key word, a gentleman that honors her and respects her and loves her, and she's starting to bring down that wall. It's almost in a situation when you are a survivor, you're still going to have that wall a little bit. You're still going to have that fence where you're going to look over a little bit and saying, I do love you, but I'm cautious. I still love you, but I don't know if I'm able to get that open a little bit. And she's opening it up, and it's so beautiful to see her, and you're able to see the woman that she is. Now we're all, you know, she's a great mom, she's a great grandmother, and she's a great wife, and most of all, she's a great friend. And I'm so, so proud. I'm gonna stop here and put a new battery in, and then we'll be on Colin. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm back. I hope I got the right angle. I'm thinking I'm needing a new, this non-Canon. It's just a rechargeable battery. I think it's like over 5,000 recharges or 5. I don't know, but I'm thinking it's meeting its max because it just seems I'm not able to. Now, with Colin. Colin is like a bonus brother, a younger brother. I think I met him when he was 16, 17 years of age. And right now I think he's in his mid-30s, and yes, I'm going to age you. And he has transformed into such an amazing young man. You're not old, you're very young, believe me. I have seen him and through his trials, and one thing is, I don't know if my kids know this, so I don't know if my son, I know my daughter sees my videos, but I'm going to tell you a story about Colin, and I didn't think I was going to do this, but I'm going to tell you anyway, is that when the kids were little, I always stress to you guys at the very end of these videos that don't go beyond your means, that don't put yourself in debt, or don't do something you shouldn't be doing because you're wanting to you know, remember the reason for the season. And I told you I was guilty of doing that, and believe I was guilty of doing that. And when the kids were little, I would just buy and buy and buy, and I always wanted a huge amount of presents around the tree. Now, remind you, I couldn't wrap them and have them underneath the tree, okay, for the fact that my kids were very, very extra, if I can say the word, they were always curious kind of situation. And I don't know if there was a year that Sid opened one or not. I don't know which one it was. One of them did. And then I decided to change and not put labels on the packages. And then I decided to have one type of wrapping paper for one child and then another type of wrapping paper for another child. And it seems like when it came to Christmas Eve or Christmas morning, I always like which one belonged to who. So I had to do, you know, had to remember that. So it came down to where I had to wait to wrap all of these presents until Christmas Eve. And I'm going to tell you that it was a mess. It was a mess. So I had thought of a plan, and I had recruited 4 individuals, and it was Brett, Colin, Nikki, and Rosa would be my Christmas elves. And kids, this actually happened for some years. And these individuals would come over about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, and they would be leaving about 3 or 4 in the morning after wrapping all of these presents. And I would have a line of things where these individuals would be wrapping these, and these will, you know, you have this wrapping paper, and having the tape, and having hot cocoa, or having coffee, or having something to keep them going. And I'm surprised the kids didn't wake up with all the laughter. And they were my Christmas elves. And Colin, I still remember that magic, and that it was beautiful. I still remember your cooking. Colin is a fantastic chef. I shouldn't say cook. He is a chef. And he loves his teas. And the thing about Colin is that he's a very spiritual individual. He has a very big heart. And I have seen him fallen. I have seen him fallen. I have seen him in a situation where he is just at the end. And today, you would not believe, he went to school, he has his license, he He is a cosmetologist, if I'm saying that right. He cuts people's hair and he colors, and he has this huge beard. He goes to contests for the beards, the longest beard, or how well maintained the beard is, because I did not realize there was so much work involved in that. And so I am blessed to have him as a brother. It always seems like there's certain people in your life. I mean, he's met my family, he's met my father, he's met my mother. So he is like a bonus brother, and I'm so more grateful than you'll ever know. And I miss you. I miss you. I don't want to cry. So the meaning of the bunny, and it's so ironic, so ironic. And it says, I have Googled again, and it said the bunny means for Christmas. And what it states here, why the Easter bunny for Christians? And it says her symbol was the rabbit because of the animal's high reproduction rates. That's spring also symbolizes new life and rebirth. The eggs are an ancient symbol of fraternity. According to history, the Easter eggs represents Jesus, revelation, and the Easter bunny legend. Now for Christmas, I didn't read this. It more or less states here the symbol of new life. And the bunny is their new lives. The new life of Ginger. She is the most beautiful flower that has just... You okay now? You alright? Yeah? He's coughing. It's okay. There you go. There you go. Ginger is the flower that has bloomed. It's just, you know how the springtime where it just opens up and it just releases its bouquet, and it's just, and you take that and it's like that new birth, and she is that flower. She has just bloomed into such a beautiful, she's always been beautiful, do not get me wrong, Ginger. You have inspired me. And you know, like I had stated in my other vlogs, the 3 things I always try to hit. You have uplifted me in times where I didn't think that no one noticed. You validated that, Jay, you're going to be okay. You're a survivor. And then you empowered me to go down the right path and not to stop and dwell. Colin, you've done the same thing. I can remember sitting and talking to you on the front porch. Had a lot of front porch moments. I can remember driving around and dumpster diving. I would make him pull over and I'd put stuff that I would see on the side of the road. I had an old-fashioned wooden country door, and he thought he did it. He didn't. He just thought it was crazy, but okay, Miss J. If that's what you want, Miss J. Mama J. They always called me Mama J. I love you. Both of you, and I'm happy how it all worked together, because you have both have had such seasons, and your journey is so beautiful. And thank you for validating what family is. So I thank you, and I love you. I want you to have a beautiful day. I want you both to have a beautiful Christmas. I want you to remember the reason for the season, and I know you both do, and everyone else. You're always in my hearts and my prayers. My hearts. You're always in my heart. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. For we do not know what part of their journey they're on. We have, what today's the 18th, 19th, 6 more days till Christmas. That is Ava's story. I want you to give someone a compliment today, a complete stranger. And I want you to smile, because you do matter. Believe me, you do matter. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it, but you do. Miss Ava. Come back tomorrow. It'll be the 20th. I don't know. I would have to check, guys. Oh my goodness, I have Janet and Connie. So, yeah. Janet and Connie tomorrow. We got to see that tomorrow. I love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow, and take it easy. Be careful. Don't drive crazy, and don't put yourself in a situation and make it out of your means. I'm being sincere. Love you. Bye. Love you. You should see her. You just want to see her. She's just snoring. You guys, hold on. She's just snoring. Just snoring. And there's Ginger. Yeah. And then there's Bobby. Oh, and there's Paloma. Say, Mommy, don't forget about me. And of course, oh, Madness. Yeah. I have all of my old prescriptions on here. There will be a new video requested on what I'm doing. So, yeah, we'll see you next time. Love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. I can hit this.